Feeling chunky? Do you need to lose a few pounds? Tired of those diets that just don't work? Welcome to this week's episode on the adventures of the Great Banana. This week, I'll be telling you the secret, the ancient mariner's secret to losing weight and to keep it off.
Retirement, the final chapter. These are the adventures of the Great Banana. Its one-year mission, to explore strange new foods, to seek out new pastas, and new ways to screw things up. To boldly go where no banana has gone before. Welcome to the next episode on the adventures of the Great Banana. Today I'll be telling you the ancient mariner's secret for losing weight. But before that, here we are leaving Capo d'Orlando.
Opening up the sails.
You know, I still can't believe we're doing this. It feels like a dream, but here I am. Well, the adventure begins. We left Capo d'Orlando this morning, and we are now at the Aeolian Islands. This behind me is Volcano, and this here, and it is absolutely gorgeous. The ride here was pretty smooth. Not a lot of waves, not a lot of wind either, so we had to motor sail. And I don't know if you can see it back there, but there is an active volcano. It's a very small amount of smoke, and we're heading to a spot where we're going to go do some swimming. See you in a bit.
First time in Sicilian water.
After spending some time at some beaches, we decided to rent a car and take a drive inland.
And here we are at the very top of Lipari. So here we are, Giuseppe and Samuel. We're here for lunch at a restaurant that actually doesn't have a menu. It's just a couple that cook good food, and yeah, there's no menu. So good morning, everyone. Last night was rough. Winds were gusting to like 30 knots. It was a hot wind. We had to sleep outside. Misty was had difficulty in cooling down, so she was going up and down, up and down. We were sleeping outside, and it was kind of spitting rain. It wasn't too bad, but we had zero sleep until maybe 4 or 5 in the morning, and then it cooled down a bit, so Alicia went back downstairs and I stayed up top Yeah, so it was a rough night. We were really questioning things. This morning we are getting ready to go for our first long trip. We're going to try to make it from Lipari to Taormina, and that'll take about 12 hours. The problem is that the seas, while the wind is not too bad, the wind is pretty light, the seas look still a little rough from last night, so we're expecting 1.5 meter waves, 1.5 meter swell, but the swell should be about 8 seconds apart.
So we are selling now.
So now's about the right time to introduce to you the ancient mariner method of weight loss. The first step is to prepare your body by subjecting it to abnormally high levels of stress, like buying a boat and having absolutely no sailing experience.
Step 2. Embark on a 12-hour boat ride.
Warning, the following content is not suitable for those who suffer from seasickness. Viewer discretion is advised.
A little bit rough today. But Pat feels better. Woo! Big wave.
But what are you thinking the swells are? How high are the waves? 3 or 4? Hard to say. Misty is under the table. He's been a very good girl.
An important part to step 2 of this ancient mariner method for weight loss is to underestimate the size of the wave in the forecast and not pay more attention to the size of the overall swell. We eventually made it to Taormina, and it made it all worthwhile.
Taormina is absolutely beautiful. We're here at the end of October, and as you can tell, it's still quite busy, but we've taken a bunch of photos and small videos, so hope you enjoy. You know, it's funny, we watch all these YouTube videos of people on boats, or we would look at people at, sitting at the bay, and we're wondering what it was like to own a boat. Well, there's ours right there. Is that funny? And we're here. Finally made it to Castle Mora. Yeah, Norman walls from the 10th century. This is what happens when you try to fit 2 buses on a street that only can fit 1. Yeah, so we decided to take one of these red tour buses. I think it's worth it. Drops us off in a few spots. Costs us 20 euros each. Wow. This is beautiful. Oh, I'm okay, thank you. So we found a small street that's relatively quiet here in Taormina, but we just wanted to mention that the photos and videos that you just watched, it was just one street and maybe 20% or less of what Taormina has to offer. So we've enjoyed our trip here. We're gonna end it in probably another hour. We'll head to a cafe, but I would highly recommend it. It reminds us of Positano, but it's bigger. It's like Positano times 3, but very nice if you get a chance to come down. Morning. So we're on our way from, where were we? Taormina to Syracusa. We expect about a 7-hour trip. There were some slight winds against us, which caused it to go from 6 to 7 hours. And I'm feeling a little bit better today. I took some medicine, but yesterday I took the medicine and I still wasn't able to even talk. Today I can at least talk. I still didn't feel like going inside to get my GoPro or Insta360 camera, so I'm just doing it off my cell phone. But at least it's a little bit better today. Both sails are out. That's the Genoa and the mainsail. It's really light winds, like 5 knots of wind, so we're having to motor sail. And the seas are pretty calm. There's not a lot of waves, but it's the swell. It's like the 1 meter swell, about 5 seconds apart. That makes it sort of pitchy and rolly. Like that. Anyways, I'll update you guys later on.
The sail to Syracusa was actually pretty uneventful. I felt a little bit better, but still a little queasy. But we made it to Syracusa, and we decided to walk around this beautiful old town. So while I still didn't have an appetite, it didn't stop us from having a little fun.
And of course, Samuel. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it is cantare.
So here we are pulling up into Marzamemi, and sometimes when you call ahead, they will send a marinero, just somebody to help guide you into port. And so that's what this guy's doing. He's ahead of us in the dinghy. He came out to meet us in the bay, and we're gonna head right in. So to prepare for going into the marina, we've put out all of our fenders. There's 6 of them on the boat. And we bought a ball fender just as an extra as well. So in the Mediterranean, when you park, you have to park backwards, when they call it med mooring. So he's going to be going into this spot over here by pulling up to the left of it and then spinning around in a circle and then backing up. And he uses only the Only the engines to steer, not the steering wheel itself. Now the marineros here are going to be giving us the slime line, which is the line that they call, well, it's because it's slimy and it's in the water and it's connected to these blocks, and that will be given to us, and then we take it and we secure it to the front cleats.
Non c'è problema, non c'è problema. Se mi spinge mi sballa, mi fa andare addosso. No, ho detto non mi spinga.
And he's going to throw the rope in exchange for the slime line. He's calling out the distances now. 3. Now he grabs the slime line. And now he's handing me back the line, so it's easier to release the line when we leave. Grazie. Now after we get all 4 lines secured, then we'll make our adjustments. Shore power is then hooked up into these towers where we can also get electricity and water as well. And that gets, shore power gets connected over into here. And here we are in Marzamemi. It's a really small town with just a little square, but good enough to have some restaurants open. And we're just getting a bite to eat before going back in the boat. How's your strawberry?
Very good.
Okay, we're finally here in Ragusa, and it just so happens that the wind has picked up, it's raining. I called into the marina and they said to wait at the control tower until the wind and rain subside a little bit before we try parking. And now we're just following the marinero in. He'll guide us to our berth, for where we'll stay for 6 months. I hope we don't get bored. This is where the big yachts stay. And then here's us tiny little...
We finally made it to Marina Di Ragusa safe and sound. This is where we'll be calling home for the next 6 months. So stay tuned for the next episode on the Adventures of the Great Banana, where we'll show you marina life and getting settled in.